Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Uh, oh, oh, it hurts. Oh, did that not go through? Oh God. So many things are not working. Oh God. Oh Lord. Everything's going to shit. Oh, that's right, because, yep. Mute turns off screen. WW, I hate this. I hate this. This is horrible. I'm going to go ahead and just... Oh. Oh, God. Okay. Bedtime machine. You want to know what's crazy? This girl right here, voiced by Kira Buckland. Voiced by Kira Buckland. I'm not joking. Kira Buckland unfortunately has a stain in her resume, and it is this game. It is this game. All right, here goes. This game is a work of fiction, and it's not an accurate representation of what caffeine does to you. No fucking duh. Who reads this and is like, oh, if I drink caffeine, I will be able to use magic? Fuck off. Oh God, I'm not one to use explicitives, but jeez, this game. Oh. The rising sun colors the skies to the east. The aura of the purple gradually fades and merges with the hilly contours, leaving the red and orange to clash with dominance and paint the sky. A young woman dressed in the decollete top gazes far beyond the horizon. She slightly brushes across the sword neatly in its sheath. Her sheath embroidered with her house insignia hanging at her waist. The insignia of her house, a proof of her royal blood, a sign of her proud heritage. Her clothes ragged by constant battles she waged, but her posture shines of prestige. Body of a little girl, body hardened by battle. Scars that spoil her unmatched beauty will remain with her both physically and emotionally. 3 years of battle from sea to sea. How she wanted has all but become a blur. Today she could finally proclaim victory. But the taste of victory isn't sweet. She would rather have lost the war just to bring him back. Reality finally sinks in. The betrayal of one of her most trusted advisors hurts her deeply. But the deepest pain to intrude into her heart was the eventual revelation that she has lost him forever. She cannot rewind time to bring him back. Time never stops for the moon, no matter how bitter the pain, how cruel the parting. There is no way to bring back a man that is already gone from this world. That is perpetual fact of this world. At what cost, she shouts into her heart. She looks at this barren land, devoid of everything that should have made this place a great land. This is a joke, she tells herself. I fought so long, for so long. I sacrificed so many of my good men, and in exchange for this is what I get. An island filled with barren rocks and hungry mosquitoes? Where it rains so hard my knees are covered with mud? She swallows her tears and nearly chokes. No, she cannot cry. Not when her companions are looking at her. She tries to smile to herself. What would she, from 3 years ago, say in this situation? 3 years, she was still young and naive. 3 years is not that much of a long time! Jesus! A brave soul who would dash towards anything, ignoring the perils that befell her. There was no challenge that could dim the light in her heart. She knows exactly. No volcanoes, no hot springs, then where shall I get inspiration for my debut? What? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. What? Where my dearest and I will bathe as if we were in the gardens of Eden, our eyes appreciating each other's naked beauty. What is this person's deal? She laughs at her own joke while her companion standing behind her gaze silently, bewildered by her outburst. But that will not do. Her first words to establish this land as her own cannot be so unfitting. She's a little girl no more. She is not a princess. From today onward, she will be a queen, and she will act like one. I don't remember a lot of this either. I have dumped it out of my mind. She gazes afar, eyes shining with pride and dignity, befitting of a queen who has conquered and tamed all the evil in this world. I hereby call this land Victoria, and we will build a city where love will last for an eternity. This is in your memory, my beloved, my one and only love. She feigns a smile. Remind me, Mega Cringe. Wasn't her beloved Taka, who traveled in the past, using caffeine? Was that a dream? Wait, I need to bust this out. What a strange dream! It even moved me to heart! Like a song with no lyrics! Yes, a song with no lyrics, no context. I was weeping for a girl with no name, no history or a face. A girl who just flashed by in my dreams, like a stranger on the subway. No, that's not the appropriate way to describe her. She was more like... Coffee! Coffee? Why coffee? Because she looked bitter? No, it's because of something else. It's because of the... The smell? Taka, why are you sniffing people? And it is at that moment I find myself fully awake inside a cockpit that... I don't think it's the cockpit. The cockpit... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the cockpit usually at the front of the plane? You're at the cabin. You're in the cabin of the airplane, not the cockpit. Right? The cockpit of an airplane. It's the part of... Yeah, so that's incorrect. It's not a cockpit, that is very much my reality. Beside me is a woman pouring out coffee with a rich, sweet scent. Is that coffee you are pouring out? Was it you, Mary? I think so. Yes, it is. What else could it be? She smiles at me. The lights are dim. I have a feeling she is intentionally covering her eyes with a cap, which feels so out of place on this plane. Coffee brewed with cold water in a cold brew bottle. I bought some bottled water and started brewing the coffee. Oh man, god damn it. There's drop frames again? What is going on with this? Everything's falling apart. I think even the heavens are telling me, like, no, please do not stream this. We will make this as painful as possible. Why is it still zooming in? How long does it zoom in for? How long will you zoom in for? Please, stop. This part's still confused. Bro, the whole thing is confusing. Let's be real. Okay, are we good? Are we good? Okay, yeah. I bought some bottled water and started brewing the coffee 12 hours ago. Better than the swill they serve on the plane. You've been brewing that coffee for the past 12 hours? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, I can't use the hot water on the plane to brew hot coffee. Did you know they use toilet water to serve coffee and tea? It's all the same water. What's wrong with you? That is just an urban myth. A plane only has one water tank. Of course it comes from the same source. Wow, Taka actually said something normal. But I do not plan to argue. I'm old enough to know that the appropriate response is to nod politely and make a soft whispering, Even finding the right bottled water was such a hassle. There were so many brands. I bought all of them, tasted each one. Most of them were terrible, too acidic, too sweet, too soft. Took me a while to find the perfect water for brewing my coffee. Man, fuck off. This was on Steam. You can still go to the individual chapter, correct? I think so. You can taste the difference? Of course I can. I can smell the minerals just by taking a sniff. But you still had to take a taste. I'm a barista, and water is the most important element in a cup of coffee. You can't make coffee without it. Of course it's the... And bad water to create... and add bad water to great coffee beans, and you end up with terrible coffee. But use great water for average coffee beans, and your coffee still turns out amazing. Do you want to try some? Oh! I really don't feel like it. I mean, I'm intrigued, but I'm not really sure about her. Maybe I'm just nervous after all. There can't be bad guys on the play, especially one that's offering you morning brew, but no thanks, I'm fine. I insist. I promise you an experience you'll never forget. And so that's it. Being a nice guy who doesn't know how to say no, I find myself holding the bottle of cold brew coffee in my hands. I look at the coffee in my hands. If you're not a coffee geek, then I suppose the origins of this coffee are lost on you. But I can tell you, I only drink good coffee from amazing coffee beans. I take a sip of the brown liquid before me. This writing is so bad. Intensely satisfying. That's the first thought that comes to my mind. Never have I drank a cup of coffee which gives me a mouthful of natural chocolate flavor. There isn't even the slightest hint of pungent bitterness lingering on my tongue. Are you even drinking coffee at that point? Wow, this is good. I mean, I don't drink coffee often, but I can tell this is different. You probably can taste the chocolate, but I can tell you there's a little bit more than that. If you start becoming a regular coffee drinker, you'll smell flowers and fruit as well. I continue to nod politely, but deep down I feel conflicted, as now I realize that she is a coffee snob. Yes. There is nothing wrong with being a coffee snob. There is a lot wrong with being a coffee snob. I live in the modern world where I'm ready to accept anyone, anything. I've even accepted the fact that my future wife could be 2D. But I do have many complicated relationships with the coffee snobs, and that is slowly eating into me. So, I haven't even asked yet. Where are you going? Traveling? Business? Uh-huh. And that was all I said to her. It's pretty short, conveying no information of particular importance. But even if not her, I should probably say something about myself, even if there is nothing, absolutely nothing interesting about me. You see, my name is Takanai. I am ordinary. You will not find someone more plain or boring. I am the perfect self-insert protagonist if there was a video game. I wear checkered shirts and jeans, and the only things you'll ever see me wear. My best friend was a dog named called Jack who died 10 years ago, and my greatest fear when talking to girls is getting electrocuted seriously. What the fuck? As for my gender preference, the number of digits in my bank account, or whether I have had... I forgot this is Taka. I forgot this is the things that he talks about. No one freaking cares if you've been late or not, Taka. No one cares! Why? Because I'm an ordinary. The world isn't kind to ordinary people that creates no impact on the world around them. I learned that the hard way, and I learned that the best way to protect myself is to be vague with everything. That's why I'm not telling you I'm going to search for my mom. And now that's something a bit out of ordinary for me. Yes, my mom. I haven't seen my mom since I was 6. Recently, I've been having dreams about her inside a coffee shop where my parents and I used to live. The coffee house was also named after me. The Tonka Coffee House, TCH. I remember the coffee every morning. I would hear the police. I would sit on the ground, pretending to be a drummer, clicking on the baker. Then I would run out of coffee, push my face against the window, making naughty faces towards the customers. That's when I would see my dad concentrating hard on pouring hot water from a kettle into a funnel. His hands were always so steady, rotating with such consistency. Even as a child, I was captivated by the performance. I still remember the smell of coffee in the air. At the time, seemed to freeze as I repeated that moment to count sights in my memories. Then I would see my mom working tirelessly in front of the cashier, greeting customers with my friendly smile. Always so sweet and full of energy. She is the sun and shines through the cafe, brightening up the mood of everyone she encountered. One of the most precious memory of all is when my mom turned around and met my dad's gaze, and she was smiling and looked at him and nothing else mattered. That's how I learned how what love is. But that was it. On my 6th birthday, she suddenly disappeared from my life. My dad would never tell me what happened. My dad, he became aloof and distant and cold. He was never there for me anymore since that day. That's why sometimes I will let my dreams take me to happier times when I can see my mom and dad happy as a family again. That piece of memory I cling on to it dearly, as it's the only memory I have of my mom. You know, Mega Cringe, remember how one of the things that we complained about a lot about this game was the random lore dumps that this game would constantly do. Ow. This is one of them. I had totally forgotten that this lore dump literally happens so early in the game. So early in the game. One day I was tidying up my desk. Stop! I don't care! When I stumbled upon an envelope embroidered in colorful floral silken patterns. Inside was a letter addressed to my dad. Dear Victor, sadness lingers in my heart, for I must leave. She is family and always will be, but you will not listen to me, having a vendetta so deep it has clouded your judgment. Is victory everything you care about? Why is victory capitalized? If you are the renegado, my family is not. Wait, if you are after the renegado, oh, there's missing grammar. My family is not who you should be going after. I expect to return to Edo if nothing changes. And say happy birthday to Taka from me, your loving wife, Sarah. This letter baffles me, as its contents spread like a mystery. But one thing is clear, it contains clues to my mom's whereabouts. The letter mentions Edo, the ancestral name of Tokyo. I do not know why my mom would use the term Edo, but regardless, it was my only piece of solid information. And that's why I'm on this plane, making my way towards the other side of the world. Interesting. Interesting? I thought it was running that all in my mind. Did I accidentally tell her my life story? So, you are Taka. Yes, I am Taka. But did I ever tell her my name? What's going on? The plane starts shaking, down and sideways violently. The plane is making an abrupt descent. Thundering screams echo from the front and back. The only unperturbed presence is the girl sitting beside me, seemingly oblivious to the situation. She keeps looking at me, and as I once again look at her, I look at her lips. I said something sinister by how she oh God, I was joking about that. I didn't read the rest of the sentence. I said something sinister about how she curls her lips towards me, making a duck lip. Now, Taka, answer me this, and answer carefully, as how you respond could very well determine your fate. I'm not sure if I want to answer any questions. All I want to do now is to scream. My question, what does this coffee bean actually do? Huh? You're a coffee terrorist! But I'm going to be your actual Taka. No idea, but now free hugs before we die? Alright, your question makes no sense and we're going to die. Can we at least hug each other and spread some love? What? I mean, everyone wants to feel attached to somebody when meeting their death, right? Oh dear, I was wondering how you would react. But never did I think you'd make outrageous comments. I'm not interested in hugging you, Taka. Good. You need to earn it. Right. Besides, no one is going to...
Hey, sorry. Were the dogs mostly in your office?
They were sleeping with me for a little while.
Someone ate cat poop.
Lip fetish. I was going to die today. As for your quest to search for your mom, I hope you find your answer soon. Are you for real? We're going to die! No, we won't. You just have to believe. What? Believe in what? I am not really interested in her answer, as there is a hole in the plane, sucking everything out into the unending sky. But she answers me calmly. Believe in caffeine. And that's when she unbuckles my seatbelt. Alright, here we go. A strong force pulls me out from my seat. My body's thrown out into the deep blue sky. I try to maintain consciousness. But the deafening screams of the wind sound like an invitation with the devil. Everything in my life is going to end. The clouds keep falling through. I will not be able to seek the answers I'm trying to find. I'm scared. I don't want to die. Just when I finally find the courage to face my past, just when Taka, what? Who's calling me? Why is everything slowing down? Is this what caffeine will show you? Believe in yourself. Believe in not this song. No, the clouds! can't remember how long it was. It feels like I've been asleep for a long, long time. I felt water rushing into my lungs. There was a moment when it felt like I was drowning in the ocean. Then I started feeling soft sand beneath my back with gentle waves pushing my body deeper into its embrace. Now I hear seagulls calling from afar, and the songs gradually disappear. The softness of sand gives way to the comfort of a feathery cushion. I am now sleeping peacefully on a soft feather pillow. And then I open my eyes. If frames dropped, blame the VN. Well, yeah, let's just blame the VN. Where am I? Am I in heaven? Is this what heaven looks like? The sound of fine red bricks and the sound of broomsticks sweeping the floor? I close my eyes and open them again. I'm still here. I tried lifting my head to have a better look around the room. Hello, Alice. Then I see her. The shadow of a young girl with long hair and a reddish hue, tied up in a ribbon held by a I forgot it was a yo-yo. Dressed in green, humming a tune. Everything is so calm and serene. She is like a guardian angel quietly sweeping the floor. I couldn't resist the urge. I pull up and whisper in a low voice, Mom! She slowly turns her head around. A bright light is shining out from her whole body, magical, pretty, and bright. She smiles at me. She has the most beautiful smile I've ever seen. The Viet has 20. And we are those losers. Reminded me of that past that was long gone. I still do not know where I am, but at this moment I feel safe. I feel calm, and I feel a new adventure has just begun. Oh God. Oh God, this music. Oh God. Oh, this music brings back so much pain. Cthulhu Seeker. Push myself upright. I run my fingers along my body, searching for signs of broken bones, twisted arms, paralyzed limbs, or hideous scars. There are none. I am alive and well. I have miraculously survived. That's when I turned to the girl who was smiling at me. And I am Taka, so this is what I would say. Wow, a cute girl and her face. You're in a maid's dress. I guess they don't mistreat waves in heaven.
Maid's dress?
I forgot this is partly voiced. You're in a cosplay costume, right? It's different take from the black and white costume.
This is not maid's clothing. It's a beautiful dress I tailor-made for myself. Also, I don't know what cosplay means. Oh dear. First you think I'm your mom, now you think I'm a maid. You need to take some rest.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. I disabled all of the animations because it was causing my computer to crash. We'll keep it on. Let's see what happens. System. Video sprites. Yes, yes. Text. Dyslexic. Huh? Lower music during continue voice after click. Oh no! I didn't mean it! What was with me? That was so impolite of me, and that embarrassing slip of the tongue on calling her mom. When I said look at her again, her sad, drooping eyes have already been replaced with a squinted smile.
But I'm so glad you're fine. You were lucky to have survived that crash.
I'm so glad that there's some.
You can probably still see the smoke if you look out the window. It was a sight when the airship blew up in flames.
The animation on the mouth is so weird. Wait! Airship!
You were on that airship, right? I ran to the harbor immediately when I saw what happened and found you lying on the beach.
No, that's not it. I was on a plane from... Right, I forgot! This guy's from Seattle! Ah!
Seattle? Where's that?
Seattle is in the States.
The States? Oh, I know what you mean. You're from the West Coast states, aren't you?
It's not called the West Coast States. It's the United States of America.
Never heard of it.
No kidding. You've never heard of the USA?
USA? That's a really strange name for a country. Are there any famous baristas born there?
This feels so weird. How can she not know what USA stands for? She's speaking in perfect English, so it can't be a language problem. Take another look at the room. The archaic wooden ceilings and the floor and the gas lamp that is hanging from the ceiling. This room looks straight out from a historical drama. My eyes flicker towards the table beside me. A small but polished mechanical clock with golden plated frames, silver wheels, and gears is installed behind the translucent glass. Oh god, I don't know how long I could do this voice. It's actually killing me. A piece of clockwork sprang from the back. The clock is eerily quiet. It isn't moving. Alice follows my gaze and turns towards the clock.
Oh, I see. The clock has stopped running. It probably hasn't been turned for a while.
She picks up the clock and starts winding it before replacing it on the table. The clock starts ticking again. That's a really cool mechanical clock.
Really? It looks like every other clock to me.
It is honestly impressive that there was actually this much voice acting in the beginning. And it set us up to think that there was a lot more than there actually would ever have been. I honestly forgot that there was even this much to begin with. Looks like every other clock. This doesn't sound right at all. I can't take it anymore. I can't take this anymore.
Where are you going?
I want to go and have a look outside. I throw away the blanket covering myself. Then I realize I'm only in my underwear. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. I'm sorry I forgot to tell you. I prepared some new clothes for you.
She runs out with her eyes covered. Let me get dressed first. There are still so many questions left unanswered. First, where am I? Second, how did I get here? Third, what are these weird clothes that she has given me? What is this? Is this some kind of vest? Did she give me a woolen suit to wear? A flat cap? What kind of costume is this? I finished putting the clothes on and looked into the mirror. Look, Mega Cringe, you and I, we have a strange affinity to cringe. We can take a lot. I don't think many other people would. I'm dressed like a student during the French Revolution, plotting against the cake-loving Marie Antoinette. I guess this will do. But what happened to my clothes? Were they ripped apart and left soaking on the beach? In that case, does that mean I've lost the letter? The letter! A cold chill runs down my spine. My only connection with my parents gone. I let that sink in for a moment before walking downstairs. I walk downstairs, the girl comes over. Not this scene. Oh, God. Oh. She looks at me approvingly.
Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. My name's Alice. I'm the owner of this coffee house.
Nice to meet you, Alice. My name's Taka.
Your name's Taka? What a coincidence. This coffee house is also named Taka. Yes, just look at the sign outside. It says Taka Coffee House.
This coffee house is called Taka Coffee House? I look around the shop. Everything about this coffee house looks eerily familiar. My heart starts to pound like a beating drum. My lips tremble, trying to find the words to express myself. There is a sense of nostalgia, but it can't be. I'm not prepared for this. I run out of the coffee house. This can't be. That awning. That's the same green awning my mom used to roll out every morning. That's the same window I used to stick my face against every time I'm playing outside the cafe. I look at the green awnings again and I see the words Taka Coffee House. Stay for ages. My eyes water and my vision starts to blur. I've come back. I did not expect this, but here I am. I buried into a vision of happiness that's long gone.
Are you alright?
I really don't know what to say. Hey, I remember this place.
Maybe you should come in and take a seat.
No! She leads me back into the coffee house and we sit down at a table.
Here, try some of my pastries.
Right. Alice can make good pastries, but she can't make coffee. Alice hands me a plate with a variety of pastries. There is also a collection of macarons in rainbow colors. I grab a macaron and take a bite. I have to say, these are really good. Taste like iced strawberries. Take another one and keep eating. This one tastes fresh mint. Then another one. This one is... Ew, no.
You must be so hungry.
Oh, sorry. I guess I was a bit hungry after everything that happened, but these macarons are really good.
Thank you. I'm so happy you said that. Though I still have a lot to work on.
That's right. Some of the voices don't match up with the text.
I need to work on the texture, and this time I might have made them a little too sweet.
Don't be so hard on yourself. These macarons just gave my life back.
Yes, but I tried the macarons from the Royal Pastry Shop, and the texture was so much better.
The voice doesn't match the expression. Oh! Here it is. The voice just cuts out. It's gone now. There it is. I heard their pastry chef spent 2 years testing out different recipes until he got the perfect shape and crunchiness. 2 years? Wow, that's what I call dedication.
Yes, that's why I need to work hard.
And it's back. Oh my god. Oh. Ugh.
My dream is to become the best pastry chef in the world.
Wow, I can see how determined you are. I'm sure you will succeed.
Thanks, but first, I need to make sure this coffee house doesn't close down.
Oh man.
The issue is, we haven't been able to hire a barista. None of the baristas that worked here were able to last more than a month.
And why is that the case? The moment I finish a sentence, I start to feel a bit dizzy. Oh, my head. Dark edges appear in my vision. I quickly grab onto the edge of the table to prevent myself from falling.
Oh no. How are you feeling?
She sounds more annoyed. Oh no. Not very well, to be honest.
Looks like you need a cup of coffee to heal your body.
That's... Oh my... Oh god. Oh, that's right. This is how we meet Ocean. Because we have to go to that coffee shop because they sell healing coffee. God damn it. I hate this. Coffee? Shouldn't I be getting more sleep instead?
No. You definitely need a cup of coffee.
Ugh.
Since we don't have a barista, I can walk you over to the nearest coffee house.
Alice doesn't wait for me to reply and is already heading to the door. I begin to worry about Alice more than about myself. A cup of coffee in my condition? What is she thinking? But she said it as if my life depends on that cup of coffee. I feel bad if I don't follow her. I guess I still have the energy to take a short walk. I'm mentally gone. Do you remember we took a look at how much it would actually cost for a cup of coffee that one time? Trying to convert their money to our real world money, and it was like $100 for a cup. Or something more. Started to descend along the narrow alleyway. So Alice, tell me the truth, I'm in a prank show, am I? Who hired you? Oh, there it is. It's gone now. No more. No more voice. What do you mean who hired me? I already told you, I'm the owner of Taco Coffee House. No, really? You can't fool me. Look at this place. This is a movie set. All these buildings can't be real. I mean, who makes water pipes curve like that? And look at that funny building over there. It's like the architect was on drugs when he designed it. I know I'm in a prank show. Just cut it off. I'm already expecting a dozen Yakuzas to run out and chase me down the street. I'm ready for it. I'm not scared anymore. Come on for me. Come for me. Oh dear. We better hurry and get you that cup of coffee before you go entirely insane. She ignored me. I follow Alice and entered the building which was designed by a stone architect. Moria, that's right. Oh god. It hasn't been a full hour yet. I'm dying. This is the worst. I find myself walk into the coffee and find myself in a grand hall with fancy chairs and tables. Wow, this place looks grand. We're having some serious gourmet coffee here. Oh, god damn it. Oh. Oh my god. I forgot about this girl. And her undying hate for Ocean. Yes, indeed. Our coffee is definitely on the more luxurious side. Yikes, you scared me! I apologize. It seems I am yet to master the technique of greeting people. You know, if you just jump scare people like that, of course, it's going to hinder your performance. That's alright. Can you help us brew a coffee with strong floral scent and herbs for my friend here? He survived the airship crash and is badly in need of something to revive him. Certainly. I'll get it prepared now. Judging by your friend's condition, I would suggest a single origin Axumite coffee from the Yugoshev region. Please take a seat first. A what coffee? That's just actually me actually asking the question. A what coffee? But before I could blurt out my confusion, Alice has already left the server, leaving my questions unanswered. The waitress leads us to a row of couches. I crash onto the couch and close my eyes. Hey, don't sleep there. The coffee will be ready very soon. I think this couch has way more healing powers than coffee. 15 minutes have passed. There is no sign of my coffee. They are surely taking their time. Maybe I should have a look around. There are other customers here, all in formal dresses and suits, but something is off. Really off. For one thing, their suits and dresses look all vintage. I want to ask Alice if we're in a movie set, but she's already suspicious of my last question. It would be rude to ask something strange again. I decided to take a similar approach. Alice, everyone here seems really well dressed. Of course. Moria Coffee House is the most prestigious in Victoria. One of the first to be established and founded by the legendary barista Moria Sensei. Moria Sensei? Those blessings Japanese? Him, Terry doesn't look Japanese at all. It is said that the founder of the city, Queen Victoria herself, frequented this coffee house. So you can imagine how prestigious this place is. And there's a queen called Victoria. Can't imagine two words that are farther away from the same spectrum. Queen and sensei. Must be really expensive. To have a cup of coffee here, we should have gone somewhere cheaper. No, Tonka. We need the best coffee if we're going to hear you properly. Coffee here is definitely not cheap. It costs 8 Vicks for a cup of single origin coffee. Vicks. That's right. That's what it was called. It was Vicks. 8 Vicks? Is that a lot of money? 8 Vicks is a day's wage for a barista at a decent coffee house. So you can imagine how expensive it is. Okay. So let's say... Okay, hold on. Caffeine. Victoria's Legacy. So this was released in 2020, right? So let's check it out. Washington State minimum wage. Because baristas don't make a lot, okay? So let's say a barista makes $16.28 per hour. 8 Vicks is a day's wage for a decent coffee house. So looking up the guide again. Oh, whoops, that's not what I want. So we'll go over here. So it was $16.28, right? $16.28. Multiply that by 8. $130.24. That's how much 8 Vicks cost. That's how much this coffee is going to cost us. It's a day's wage. That's a lot for a cup of coffee. Suddenly realized that Alice did not order a coffee herself. My heart sinks. I feel slightly guilty. And that's why you only see cuppers frequent this place. Common people, even the middle class, would consider this place too posh to frequent. Cuppers? What are cuppers? You don't know who the cuppers are? They are... Jesus Christ. Here is your single origin coffee. Enjoy. That took a while. I'm sorry you felt that way, sir, but we take our time to brew our coffee to ensure it adheres to the highest standards. I hope you will also take our time to appreciate what we have brewed for you. All right, I'm sorry. I appreciate it. Jesus Christ. Really did not sort out their economy, did they? They probably did. Starting to understand so much. Talk, maybe you should have the coffee before it turns cold. Load the cup up and begin to drain it. Hey, wait, what are you doing? I'm drinking coffee? But you're drinking it so carelessly. The caffeine won't work if you're not paying attention. Sorry, but I don't really get it. First, you need to put it close to your nose so you can detect the aroma. Now, what do you smell? It smells like coffee. What else? Is it flowery, herbal, smoky, or nutty? Focusing hard this time. I don't want to irritate Alice anymore. Now you mention it, I do smell something kind of fruity. That's good. Now remember that aroma and take a sip. Feel the texture of the coffee. It's sweet, like apples. As the liquid flows across the sides of my tongue, I sense a natural sour taste, bright and clear, like oranges and lime lingering in the background. None of this is whatever goes through my mind if I ever drink coffee. You know, these days I actually try to get cold brew coffee because that's the kind of coffee I would imagine coffee snobs would hate. They're like, that's not true, no, this coffee. Well, even more reason for me to drink it. Simmer Fresh. It's back in 2021 when this adventure started. An adventure of horror. Yeah. Yes, I use the back of my tongue. I detect faint bitterness. Suddenly I feel revitalized. I have no idea what happened, but it seems the coffee has gotten rid of all my fatigue. I feel so alive now. You know what? I feel like singing. Oh, God. I feel so alive! Feel so alive for the very first time! Taka, control yourself! Oh, this is embarrassing. Yeah, give me a break. I survived the plane crash. I deserve my moment. Alright, Taka, so you've really recovered? Much better. Felt like dying. Now I feel so alive. That's great. I knew getting you a premium version of the coffee would work. But I don't get it. What's so special about this coffee? Why caffeine of... Caffeine? Then I hear a loud cry from behind me. Oh no, not the caffeine battle. No! I whip around to find a man only an arm's length from where I'm sitting. It's too dark to see his face probably, but his gestures make it clear he isn't happy. Lady Stanley, I knew I would find you here. I've come to challenge you to a coffee duel. Movement draws my eyes as the woman stands, her gaze fixed on the man in front of her.
It was such a beautiful, peaceful day. It seems that I can't just enjoy a cup of coffee by myself, can I?
Oh, God.
Do I even know you? Who are you? Enlighten me to why I should accept your challenge.
How dare you pretend not to recognize me? I'm the barista who works at Steamtown Coffee House. The coffee house you just gave a terrible review. I demand an apology for ruining my reputation. People around me start chatting with each other. They seem more excited than anything else. Seems that a barista over there is challenging Lady Stanley. What? A barista challenging the governor himself? That's madness! Doesn't he know there's no chance he could win?
Oh, I remember now. You're the barista who claimed to have invented a new kind of coffee. Let me see if I can recall the name. Oh, yes. The avocado latte, served in an avocado shell.
Oh.
You claimed that your coffee would help me lose weight. I can see why. Anyone who drinks your avocado latte is prone to terrible stomach cramps the following day. I could barely eat a slice of bread after having your latte.
Oh. How dare you insult me again? I spent 2 months experimenting to develop my creation. You will show some respect to my efforts.
2 months? Before you could brew that piece of rubbish? Don't make me laugh.
Hey, Alice, what's happening here?
It's Lady Stanley. She's being challenged to a coffee duel. From what I just heard, Lady Stanley gave a very negative review towards the...
We just heard that. Alice! Alice, listen. We literally just heard that a couple minutes ago.
The young barista couldn't stop.
Why are you retelling the story? Oh my god.
But I think all bets are on Lady Stanley to win.
God. Who is Lady Stanley? Is she a famous barista?
No, Taka, she's not a barista, she's a cupper. And a cupper from the four great families as well.
Four great families?
The four great families are cuppers that fought alongside our founder, Queen Victoria, who founded the city 200 years ago. Lady Stanley is the current title holder of the House Stanley, and we all know her abilities in caffeine are extraordinary.
I glance over to the lady once again. Beautiful ladies usually have this is exactly what Taka would do, because he thinks he's so like righteous. He would say this.
Alice, we have to stop this. Stop this? Why do you want to stop the coffee duel?
Because it's not right. The guy over there might look like a pushover, but look at his muscles. What muscles?
He's going to beat up that lady up, and there'll be bruises all over her beautiful face. We have to keep this from happening.
Suddenly, Lady Stanley and the barista's eyes shift towards me, both glaring angrily. Oh yeah, that's right. Doesn't Lady Stanley have like this caffeine where she can read minds? Do I look like a pushover?
Are you doubting my ability to protect myself?
Did I say something really inappropriate?
You just managed to insult both of them at the same time. Perhaps you should just keep quiet. After all, you're literally sitting in front of them.
Fine, let's make this quick. I have other tasks to attend to today.
Don't underestimate me. I'm going to show you that the days of cuppers like you are over. So I'm in a world where duels are still a way to settle disputes. What kind of duel is this? I forgot about random punctuation errors. What is this? Why am I still having dropped frames? Everything is going wrong today. Are they going to engage in fist fire? Do they have swords concealed behind their backs ready to strike?
Prepare for us 2 espresso shots, please.
Huh? Espresso shots? The 2 shots are prepared. One for Lady Stanley and the other for barista.
I see. So it's an espresso duel.
An espresso duel? Are they going to keep drinking espresso shots until one of them ends up in the hospital?
Huh? No, it's not like that at all. Just watch, Taka.
Both duelers pick up 1 glass of shot, take a sniff, and drink the shot. Great shot. Coffee beans from volcanic islands of Kona. A perfect espresso roast. Extra caffeine kicks as well. Lady Stanley doesn't say anything. Ah, thought so. You're too out of touch. You're having trouble deciding what to say about this fine glass of espresso. I'm not going to wait for you. Here goes nothing. No way. This couldn't be happening. The blue fireball grows until it is the size of a football. The flames fly towards the ceiling. Fucking, this is such fucking bullshit. I forgot about this. Then the fireball flies towards Lady Stanley with a growling howl, engulfing her in a sea of flames. What? What? This is happening! Lady Stanley is covered in blue flames, her body all but disappeared behind a thick layer of smoke. Oh no! What did you do? You killed her! All because of one. Now look who's talking. Looks like I have. But before the barista can finish, the smoke dissipates. To everyone's surprise, Lady Stanley is totally unharmed.
Is that all you have got?
That's impossible. Those were blue flames. Hot enough to melt steel. How could you come out unscathed?
Tell me, did you just say that the espresso shot was brewed with Kona coffee beans with an extra caffeine kick?
Yes, why ask?
Nothing you said was wrong, it was just a little brief.
A little brave. What do you mean?
Half a year ago, in the middle of summer, a minor eruption covered the kingdom of Hawaii with a thin layer of ash.
So Hawaii still exists in this world.
It blew straight into Mauna Loa, allowing for a small amount of sunlight to pass through despite a lack of rainfall. just the perfect amount of sunlight to warm the coffee cherries. The ash also brought some unfamiliar qualities of acidity to the soil. That acidity brought in new flavors, unknown to Kona coffee previously. The taste of apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar, but
But you couldn't taste anything like that. Of course you can't. It's subtle, but it's there. Do not forget who I am. I am the master of telepathy. And what is the flavor that corresponds to telepathy?
that's what I did remember correctly. She is a telepathy caffeine user. God. The barista is sweating like mad. Sourness.
Yes. Natural sourness. Citric fruits with flavor notes clear and bright is my cup of coffee. And besides telepathy, what does the taste of sourness bless you with?
You sucked in all the energy I just blast towards you.
You finally realized it, didn't you? Yes, I've collected every single drop of energy from your fireball. I now have it stored inside my palms.
Suddenly, the whole room plunges into darkness. Even the air has suddenly dropped by a few degrees as a freezing chill sweeps in.
And now I'm going to return it to you.
A magic circle glowing with a luminous green appears in front of Lady Stanley. She looks at the cupboard with a confident smile. Suddenly, a roaring sound fills the whole coffee house. My eyes are forced closed as Lady Stanley's palms shoot out a string of blinding lights. The roaring noise subsides. When I open my eyes, the barista is lying on the floor unconscious. It is all over. Lady Stanley is one with class. The whole coffee house erupts into cheers. How are you going to do all of that? All of that without destroying the entire building? Ah! Stephanie, hello. You are watching me descend into madness. Lady Stanley walks elegantly to the counter and put down several gold coins.
Give this man a cup of coffee. He needs a full day's rest to recover. Have a latte. What a joke.
As Lady Stanley walks out the door, I hear someone murmur behind me. Lost the power of caffeine, Taka. I turn around. Did someone just say my name? That voice sounds so familiar. Where have I heard that voice before?
That was brilliant! We were all expecting this to be a fire caffeine performance, but Lady Stanley managed to find the subtle acidic flavors in the espresso and completely changed the tide. I've never seen such an exciting duo before.
But Alice, is this normal?
What do you mean if it's normal?
I mean, I was looking at his hands all the time. That fireball came out of nowhere. Is that the power of caffeine? Hey, I just had some caffeine as well. Does that mean I could punch out a fireball? I punched my fist up. I don't expect anything to come out. Of course, nothing came out.
Taka, it can't perform a fire caffeine. The coffee I just ordered for you doesn't have a pungent, ashy flavor. Do you know how the power of caffeine works?
No.
So you know nothing about caffeine? That's unheard of. Don't they have powerful cuppers in the West Coast states? Anyway, it's getting late. We should head back to the coffee house now.
Oh my god. I'm dying. Oh, this is so stupid. Start walking back to the coffee house. Stand outside for a while, looking at the landscape. After seeing what just happened, the coffee house eclectic architecture doesn't look as weird anymore.
It's really hard to believe that you haven't seen a coffee duo before.
I should tell Alice the truth. Tell her that I'm not actually from this world. I'm either dreaming or something about the space-time continuum is totally messed up. I think it's more than just the space-time continuum. You're just in a different world. Doesn't matter how much the space-time continuum is messed up. You won't suddenly just find yourself in a place where there's magic, found, and caffeine! Somehow I've been plunged into an alternate reality. But should I tell her the truth? Doesn't feel like the right moment to explain. Besides, how would I start? By just doing a lore dump like you always do. Falling off a plane and surviving is already a miracle. Falling into a totally different world should be impossible. Can I expect Alice to believe a word I say? What about the coffee shop? The one from my childhood memories. If I remember this place Can't totally be a different reality, can it? Alice, what year is this?
It's 2020. But why are you asking?
I'm just making sure I won't do a Back to the Future thing.
What do you mean?
You know, when you find yourself traveling back in time, accidentally cause a time paradox, and all of a sudden, poof, you disappear.
Oh, like what happens in those time travel novels.
So you get what I mean. Imagine how terrible it would be to kill someone related to you, or worse, date someone you're not supposed to.
Don't worry, Taka. Worst comes to worst, you just become your father.
No. So this is the same year as my world. But even with that said, the whole city looks antiquated. It's hard to imagine this is 2020. What could have happened to make this world so technologically backwards? Caffeine? Magic? Does the ability to perform magic make science less essential? Is that why technology has fallen way behind in this world? We're right back at Taka Coffee as the sun is starting to set. Alice, can you tell me about the magic I just saw?
Magic? You mean caffeine? No one here performs magic, Taka. Magic is just
Fuck off. Fuck off, game. Fine, caffeine then. What exactly can caffeine do?
It can do a lot of things. What you can do depends on your belief system. In Victoria, cupboards can perform a whole variety of feats that are impossible for people outside the city. Shooting down fireballs and fighting in coffee duels isn't the only way to use caffeine. Caffeine can also heal your body, can make you temporarily more focused on your work, and can teleport you from one location to another. There's also caffeine that can turn water into ice or steam. It was pivotal in pushing Victoria into the industrial age.
And you can do all that by drinking coffee?
Different types of coffee have different properties. But and again, it all depends on your ability to identify the unique flavors and aromas in your cup of coffee.
I don't get it. Isn't coffee just coffee? You make it sound like as if there was hundreds of different types of coffee in the world.
What are you talking about, Taka? There's millions of different types of coffee beans in the world. Every coffee bean from a different continent, different region, different mountain or valley has a different taste. Even coffee plantations on different sides of the same hill would be exposed to different kinds of salt.
Bro, I would not be able to tell the difference in that flavor. That is just out of this world. Anyone who would be able to taste all of those different flavors in that kind of coffee bean is just nutty.
We learned that at kindergarten. Caffeine is the foundation of Victoria.
Can you perform caffeine?
Unfortunately, I can't. Performing caffeine requires years of palate training, and coffee is expensive. A cup of premium coffee like the one you just had is nearly a day's wage for most people. Caffeine isn't really for commoners like me.
Wow, a day's wage? I feel so bad that you pay for that expensive cup of coffee. I should pay you back. Okay, so, all right, hear me out. So, in order for caffeine to work, you need to have a really good palate, right? You need to be able to identify the unique aromas and whatnot. How did Alice expect someone like Taka, who has no idea what he's doing, to know what he was tasting? He could have just drank that coffee and not heal himself and literally waste $130 down the drain.
You don't have to repay me. In fact, you should stay here as long as you like.
Really? I can stay?
Doesn't look like you have a place to stay anyway, right? And you're in no condition to be roaming around Victoria looking for lodging. The whole second floor is empty. The bedroom hasn't been occupied for nearly a year. So I wouldn't mind you staying here and looking after the place during the night.
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. And maybe if I stay at this coffee house, I can search for clues about my mom. This is my parents' coffee house after all. There must be some clues hidden in the attic or basement or anywhere.
Right, that's it then. Then that's it. You'll be staying here until you are better. Yay!
Yay, this is the happiest day of my life.
I'm not sure why you two are so happy, but I'm here to close down this coffee house.
Is this the moment? Is this the moment? What?
Constantine the Enforcer.
Oh, here comes... The voice acting is back. Wait, I don't understand. Who is this guy? Why is he closing down the coffee house?
Do you have to ask why? We discussed this.
You say this like you know me, Constantine.
Please, don't close it down. I'm trying to hire a barista, but no one will take the job.
Mega Cringe, do you remember when we liked this guy? And then we realized he's a complete moron, just like everyone else in this goddamn story? Alice, what's going on?
You have no idea what's happening, do you? This coffee house hasn't sold a single cup of coffee in a month. And that's against the law.
Oh god, it's so stupid. Oh god, why? Oh my god, why? There's a law that says you have to serve coffee in a coffee house?
Of course. What's the point of calling a coffee house if you don't sell coffee?
That is the one good point he has. And why is no one willing to work here?
Because of the curse.
Curse?
The well-known barista curse of Taka Coffee House. That's none of my business. The fact is, you don't have a barista now. I am obligated to close this coffee house down. Now, you two need to step outside while I lock the main door with this chain.
No, please don't. I've put everything into this coffee house. If you close it down now, I'll have nowhere to go.
You should have thought of that before you invested in this piece of junk.
What did you say? This coffee house is not a piece of junk!
And just who are you? Tell me, why is this conversation your business to begin with?
I'm... Just who am I? Do I say I'm a time traveler? A visitor from another world? Do I have anything that would impress this guy here? I'm the new barista here!
Taka.
The new barista? You're the new barista?
Does this shit have like massive lows to low sharks? Honestly, wait, wasn't that actually kind of the case with? Yeah, that was actually the case with Alice. Remember, she like had a lot of loans and she's just trying her best to get around. And she never had the ability to invest in this. I'm pretty sure that was it. I'm pretty sure that was actually it. Yes, I am with lots of experience. I've been brewing coffee since last summer at Spartacus.
A barista at Spartacus? Never heard of this coffee house before.
Well, it's in the West Coast states. Taka has just returned to Victoria from the West Coast states after being away for a long, long time.
Did Alice just start making things up? As if you're one to talk, Taka. But good for her, I was starting to run out of ideas. Alice is pretty quick-witted.
Why are your pupils so large?
That's because I'm lying. No, I mean, I'm telling the truth.
Alice, you're a dumb fuck. What a very bad liar. Constantine doesn't even seem to care if Alice is lying or not, though. Instead, he turns to me and gives me an intense stare.
All right, so you are a barista. Are you registered with the Coffee Academia?
Coffee Academia? What's that?
Thought so.
Way to go, Taka.
You know you are not allowed to brew coffee in Victoria until you are a registered barista. Correct?
You need to register to be a barista? Seriously?
You think this is a joke? A barista is the most prestigious occupation in Victoria.
Oh my god.
Of under-extracted coffee could endanger the lives of our cuppers.
Oh my god, this game takes itself way too fucking seriously over a cup of coffee.
Do you think you can just call yourself to be a barista?
I had no idea. I can go ahead and register now.
Too late. I'm closing down this coffee house today.
Surely you can wait for a few hours.
No.
Really? Don't be like this. Give us some flexibility.
The law has no flexibility. Written on paper, set in stone, You have either broken the law or you have not.
But this is our life. There must be mercy beyond the law.
Never heard of that.
Wait! Listen to me! Both of you, stop arguing!
Alice, why are you getting mad at Taka?
Now what, Alice? If you're going to plead for mercy, then be warned that I won't be listening.
Isn't there a law that states a barista with foreign coffeehouse experience that has just arrived to Victoria can temporarily work as a barista for 15 days? All he has to do is pass the barista exam in 15 days, and he can continue to work here, right?
There is indeed such a law.
So, I'm officially hiring Taka as a barista at Taka Coffee House.
Why are you saying that as if you're just hiring me now? The idea was that Taka has been working at the Taka Coffee House.
He will register for the barista test and obtain his license in 15 days. That's certainly allowable, isn't it?
15 days. I feel like 15 days in this game, it definitely felt way longer than 15 days. It felt like a goddamn year. We both look at Constantine, who is now deep in thought.
That is indeed in accordance with Victorian law. 15 days. That's it. I'll be back in 15 days. If by then you still have not obtained your license, then that is it. This coffee house will be shut down.
I don't blame you for being zoned out. Constantine doesn't wait for us to reply. Turns around and heads towards the door, not even bothering to look back. And now she has no more voice! You did it! You saved Taka Coffee House! Okay, it's been an hour. I'm done. Getting out of here. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Turning off animation kept the mouse from moving. Yeah. I don't remember. Ah! Ugh! Oh, lordy. Man, that was actually painful. All right. Let's celebrate the 1 hour of caffeine by doing this. Uninstall. Woo! No longer back in here. And it is gone. No more caffeine. Oh my god. What a goddamn horrible game. Okay. That's my hour of caffeine that has been promised. Yeah, you're right. I need to do the PC cleansing. I'm going to break it to the nearest church